So today I'm going to be talking you through a 10-minute facial massage routine involving some lymphatic drainage and some facial reflexology. And my friends at Phillips, where I usually get my facials, have shown me how to do this properly, so thank you guys. And all you're going to need is either a face oil, or if you use an oil cleanser, you could make it as part of your cleansing routine as well. And I've also got a face spritz, just a rose water spritz from Heritage Store that I like. So I'm just going to start with this. So nice and refreshing and really good for sensitive skin. And I get that in the States, but I think you can really easily get it now in the UK too. So starting with that, but as I said, not essential. And then moving on, I've got my oil. So you can use an oil or an oil-based cleanser. And we're just going to take 2 pumps of this. So you actually need less than you think you're going to use, because you don't want to be kind of slipping all over your face. You want to have a little bit of friction. So I'm going to use 2 pumps of that. Okay, just going to warm that up in my hands. So you can do this along with me at home. I'm going to run through everything 3 times, but if you wanted to make it a bit quicker as part of an everyday routine, you could just do it everything once. So that will become clear as we're going through it. So just warming it up in the hands, and hopefully it should smell really nice if you're using a nice oil. I can't remember if I said this one. This one's from Romilly Wilde. I don't know if I said that. But it's really nice. What's it called? Active Boost Face Oil, and it's 100% natural. It's really lovely. So warming up in the hands, and then you want to be taking 3 deep breaths. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, and once we've done that, we can start pressing onto the face. Just realised I need to move my hair. Cool. You can probably also see that my roots are really dark right now because I can't get to the hairdresser, but it's all good. Going with it. Okay, so pressing on, also pressing down the neck. This is the point where I regret wearing a necklace too. Okay, so down the neck as well, all over the face. Okay, and now we're just going to start gently massaging that in. So want to make sure you've got even coverage all over. Okay, now once we've done that, we're going to start with some facial reflexology, which is really cool. So taking the index finger, you want to put it in between your eyebrows and just apply some gentle pressure. You're going to hold for 3 seconds and release, and we're just going to do that 3 times. And then just some small circles to finish. And then you're going to move up your forehead, so kind of where you might feel a groove in the middle of your forehead. Stop there. I'm going to do the same thing. So 3 seconds of pressure and release. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. And then finishing with the small circles again. So as we're going through this, I'm going to be doing all the movements 3 times. So if you wanted to do a shorter kind of like just every day as part of your routine massage, you could just do everything once, and that's a really quick way of speeding it up. And it would only take a few minutes, but for the full longer version, you want to be doing everything 3 times. Okay, so moving to the eyebrows, you want to be using the thumbs. Kind of turn your hands back on themselves like this, and then we're going to start at the inside and just applying that gentle 3-second pressure again and moving out. And depending on how long your eyebrows are, you want to do this either 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 presses along. So for me, my eyebrows are long enough to do 4. So I'm just going to do 4 and repeating this whole process 3 times. Cool. And then we're going to get our thumb and our index finger, and we're going to, this is where I'm going to look really weird, grab the muscle here. Oh my god, it looks so weird. I'm going to face this way. and just pull along the eyebrow out to the temple, and repeating again 3 times. And you can really grab it. I'm not gonna, well, let's see, there we go. You probably want to do this on your own rather than posting it online. And then we're gonna, similarly working on the eyebrows, just using the fingers, we're gonna push and apply some gentle pressure, sweeping outwards to the side. So we always want to work on going outwards towards the temple with all the movements that we're doing. And the reason for this is because we're pushing the lymph to the place where it drains from. So our lymph drains down the side of the neck. So everything we want to be doing is going out to the side and draining down, which we're going to do at the end. So just finishing with the third one. And this is great for depuffing, when you move the lymph, draining the lymph. So hopefully giving you that kind of chiseled, glowing face by the end. So now we've done that, we can work on the forehead. So we're going to go with our arm over to the opposite side of the face, and you're just going to gently pull up like this. Just doing all over the side of the forehead. And then switching to the other side. And then once we've done that, we're just going to drain outwards. So starting in the centre, and just draining outwards again, just down to the temple like that. 3 times. And then if you want to, I'm not going to do it for very long, but just with your peace fingers, you can just do some walking in the centre here. If this is an area you want to focus on, kind of in between the brows, softening the muscle. As you can tell, that I'm really not a facialist, but doing this, it's pretty obvious, but you can practice. Plenty of time to practice. So you can do that and focus on that. And as with everything that we're doing, if there is an area that you particularly want to focus on, you just spend more time on that area. Okay, so now we've done the eyebrows and we've done the forehead. So we're going to move down to the under eye area. So using your ring finger, which is supposedly the finger with the gentlest touch, you're just gonna do 4 gentle presses, moving out to the temple. It can be really super gentle. And again. And then just finish by draining it with just 3 gentle sweeps out again to the temple. Cool. So that's this whole area done. So now we're going to move down to the cheeks. So we're going to, again with the facial reflexology, just with the thumbs, find where your cheekbones are and kind of under, and push kind of up and under your cheekbones. And this might feel a little bit, maybe a little bit of discomfort. There's quite a lot of tension held here. So now we've found those, just going to start with the thumbs to the side of the nose, doing the pressing again, but then moving under where we've just found the cheekbones and kind of following to the side, the line of the cheekbones, and up towards the temple. And again, just that whole process 3 times. Once more. Cool. And then same how we did the forehead, we're going to go across, and this is where you're probably going to get an arm workout too. Go across to the other side of the face, and you just want to be doing with the peace fingers, doing that kind of walking movement around the mouth area. Just let the mouth relax. My mouth isn't relaxed, I'm talking, so you can kind of like pull it up. And then if you want to stay there longer, you can focus on that area. Otherwise, just taking it all across the chin. No, that's a cheek. All across the cheek. And just just do the whole area, taking as long as you want, and then come down and just finishing with like small circles like this. And then the same on the other side. So with the walking fingers. And then all across. And then taking it down. Okay, now we're going to go to the chin, finally, and the jawline. So with your peace fingers, make weird little claws and just put your chin kind of in the space and pull out to the side. So the pressure with this doesn't have to be too hard. You don't want it to be too hard because the lymph doesn't need that much pressure to be stimulated. And then we're using your thumb and your index, the same thing, following the same line up to the side. Cool. And then now we're going to go back to the cheeks, and it's the part that if you've ever had a facial, you will probably will have had this done to you. It's quite a skill to learn, so I'm not the best at it, but I'm going to try. So using your, your thumb, no, your middle finger and your ring finger, you just want to separate them if you can. That's quite difficult, but then you're going to, with your elbows high, just start doing gentle strokes like this. And once you get good, you can kind of like speed it up. It looks quite aggressive, but it feels nice. And you might get a bit of redness, kind of it's just the blood coming to the surface of the skin, bringing all the nutrients from the food that we're eating to the surface of the skin. So once you've mastered the two finger technique, you can take it to all your fingers and just, this is where you're gonna see I can't do this. Elbows high still, and just like this. Okay, and when you're doing it, you want to think of like rolling. So every movement is like a twist like that. So when you get good at it, you can progress to that. So I'm just going to do it on the other side as well. Got my hair. And then just, if you want to, take it to all the fingers. Cool. So now we're just going to finish with some tapping. So you want to take these two fingers and just gently tap all over the face, stimulating the blood flow. And you can do this with some manuka honey, and maybe not as part of this routine, but just after cleansing. It's a nice natural exfoliator, and quite nice consistency for this kind of movement. And then finishing with some little raindrops all over the face, all over the lips, all over the forehead, everywhere. Cool. So final thing, we're just going to drain. So we've pushed everything out to the side. It's going to drain it all down the neck. So opposite hand to side of the face, and you're just going to gently massage in circular motions around the side of the cheek area, around the temple, pushing downwards, just taking it down the neck, a little bit behind the ear, and just down the side of the neck. And if you want to, you can take it into a kind of like back massage too, and just like pulling your back and shoulder muscles. But I'm just going to finish here with just taking it down the neck, and then on the other side too, same thing. And if you finish this, just want to make sure you're drinking lots of water, just because you have been doing the lymphatic drainage aspects. Okay, and then once you've done that, just finishing with some gentle circular motions around this area. And then that's it, you're done.